Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations and wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Let's begin today's challenge. The topic that I want to discuss with all of you today is about adapting to changes. During one of the summer holidays, during summertime, my parents came home. This happened some 3 4 years back. So kids were at home. I was there. I was happily cooking, and it's already summer, hot, and apart from that, I was cooking. So that heat, I was sweating like anything, and I was like, "What nonsense summer is this? If it is cloudy and rainy, it will be so nice." That's what I said. And that evening, surprisingly, it rained. Not for very long, it was not a very heavy rain, also, but a rain that was good enough to wet all the clothes that was drying upstairs. So before I could run upstairs and pick up the clothes, all clothes were completely wet. So no point in picking them and bringing them home. And I came home empty handed. My mom asked what happened, and I was so irritated. I said, "Don't you see outside? It's raining. All clothes are wet." Now, my mom was asking me, Radha, why are you irritated? Then, what must suddenly this rain comes and the clothes were almost dry and they are wet again. And my mom recalled how much I was irritated because of heat. And then she asked me, "Oh, morning when you were cooking, you were irritated about heat and you wanted rain, no?" And she was also saying, "Now when the rain actually comes, why are you irritated?" I didn't have an answer, obviously. And I was looking at her. So she was making a funny comment. And my mom was asking, "What do you think? Sun will come after taking permission from you, and rain should come taking permission from you. Is that what you're expecting to happen?" I obviously did not have answer. And she said, "That's how it's not only about being sunny or rainy, rather, that's how changes in life will be. You need to learn to adapt to changes." My mom is actually too good in using the opportunity to say something wise to all of us. She is known for that. So, no wonder she took this opportunity to teach me this. And when I was thinking about all of these, I was wondering, most of us, we human beings, are like that. When there is some change that occurs in our life and we like it from our perspective, then we would be welcoming the change wholeheartedly. And when we don't like it, or if that is a change which we never wanted, then we are irritated, sad, all negative emotions basically. So, according to my mom, what she says is, whatever change it is, you should always learn to accept it when you do not have any control over that change. See, there can only be two situations when some changes occurs in our life. One, you have control over. Another, you do not have control over. In either case, you need not feel negative because when you have control over, go ahead, plan, take action, change it how you want. And when you do not have control over, there is no point in feeling negative about it. Whether you feel positive or negative, anyway, you don't have control over it. So there is no point in it. Just leave it. Accept the change as it has happened. My dad also keeps on saying, only when you change, you will be able to see a different world which you never thought existed or which you never thought possible to you. And he also says, change is the only thing that is permanent in this world. People change, climate change, technology changes, everything changes basically. So there are a lot of things that requires changes. There are a lot of things that needs to be kept permanent in our life. So my dad talks a lot about all of those. Sometimes me and my dad would have a deep conversation about something profound, and sometimes we both enjoyed talking nonsense and irritating my mom. So we do all of that. And my dad says this also about change. If you think your life is so bad at the moment, and if you think life is too good at this moment, that will also change. Nothing is permanent. And he says, when something bad in your life changes to the good, you're happy. Every single change must be accepted with the same heart like that. I said, how do we do that, Pa? When something good changes to bad, which is inevitable in everybody's life, how can we accept it? He said, I'll teach you one mantra. You keep chanting. I was like, what? You're going to teach me mantra? My dad had a naughty smile on his face. Then he said, come, this mantra is really a secret. I cannot tell openly. Appa, the hype you are creating is too much. Tell me no. He said, no, I can tell you only into your ears. I said, okay, pa, tell me. Then he came closer to my ears and says, Radha, there is a mantra called this too shall pass. I don't know, I was so speechless when my dad said that. And trust me, till date, whenever there is a trouble, I really keep saying that this too shall pass. I don't know. And I asked my dad, how come you are with top to toe lot of wisdom? He laughed so loudly and said, don't worry, when you become 70, your children will ask you the same question. How come ma you're with top to toe lot of wisdom? And then, okay, pa, all that is fine, but now answer my question. From where did you gain lot of wisdom? Tell me. You're talking so much about change, and Amma is also talking so much about change. From where did you get all these wisdom? He only said it's all life experiences. So he says you have another 20 plus years to gain all these wisdom. Be open to what is happening in your life. Trust me, your life experiences will teach you more than anybody else in this world. And I asked my dad, how do I practice adapting myself to changes? He said, let me give you some examples from what you're already doing, Radha. I said, okay, give me some examples now. How should I adapt to changes? Then he asked, do you use electric stove or LPG gas stove? Said, Pa, I asked you to tell me about how should we adapt to changes and you're asking about gas stove. What is this? You answer my question, no? Tell me what kind of stove do you have? Said, I have both. He said, let's say you're using your electric stove. And while you're cooking halfway through, let's say suddenly there is a power cut. So obviously your electric stove will work only when there is electricity. So when there is a power cut, it's not going to work. So what will you do in that case? I said I will change to gas stove. And then he was like, is that not change? I said, yeah. According to him, that is what you mean by adapting to changes. It all starts, it seems. And then he asked, what do you think will happen if someone doesn't change to the gas stove when there is a power cut and they were using their electric stove? What do you think will happen? What will happen? The recipe will not get cooked. The food will not be ready. That's all. And then I said, maybe whatever is being cooked may get to a stage where it cannot be cooked again if we did not adapt to change immediately or as quickly as possible. And I smiled at my dad. Oh my god, even in small, small things, there is so much of life lessons, is it, Pa? He said, yeah, so you're already following, so don't worry. You don't have to ask me, and I don't have to teach you. You're already doing it. Just that you need to understand and apply it everywhere else. That's all. I said, okay. For some, it may sound like a very silly example, but to me, it sounds like a very profound example. And then he asked, okay, let's imagine there is a power cut. You changed your cooking from electric stove to gas stove. Let's imagine your gas cylinder gets over. What will you do? What else can I do? I will always have a standby cylinder. So I'll change the cylinder. That's all. What else can we do? And he said that also means you are adapting to changes. So, adapting to changes is actually the human nature. That's what my dad said. How we react to those changes is what makes things easy or difficult. There are a lot of other things which my dad said, but I'm unable to recall all of them. I'm only sharing what I could recall. I don't know, according to me, I consider my dad to be a storehouse of knowledge. I really do not know if I can become one like my dad, but to some extent, I'll do justice to all that he taught me. Myself and dad used to discuss about bringing out change in behavior of people. He asks, have you always been succeeding in bringing out change in behavior for all the students that you are teaching about, whatever you are teaching? I said, no, pa. I was not 100% successful, and majority, yes, I was successful, but not completely. And he asked me, do you know what is important in bringing about changes in other people's behavior? I said I should know this, I should know that. I gave him a list. These are the things I need to know to bring about change in other people's behavior. That's what I told him. He said there is something more important than all of these. I was like, what is that? He said, the mindset of the person who is sitting opposite to you. If that person had decided, come what may, I am not going to change, you stand upside down, you won't be able to change that person. So it is not always about what you know or what you do not know about how to change the behavior of other person. It is also about the open mindedness of the other person. So there are a lot of things that I have been taught about change and adapting to changes from my dad. I still miss him and I will always miss him until I am alive. He was such a pillar of support. When I started this dot mandala, even when I was making some horrible art, he used to appreciate so much, as if nobody in this world can create like what I have created. That is the kind of hype he used to create. And me and my dad are always very close to each other. And we both are known for having deep conversations about anything under the sun. And one such topic was this change. I want you all go to the comment section and share your opinion about resisting to change and adapting to change, which is more beneficial, which is not beneficial according to you. Share that in the comments. Mandala for this challenge is done. Go ahead, recreate, share it with me.